Big shout out to all of our judges. Thank you so much. My name is David Gamez. I'm a senior studying computer science at the University of Texas at El Paso. And in this particular project, I was in charge of the UI design and all of the branding.
My name is Cisneros. Hello, everybody. I'm a CS student at UTEP, and I worked on the backend connections, and I also worked on the Plaid bank account APIs.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Marek, Alanis, computer science student at UTEP. I was involved in pre-prompt engineering, data loading, and debugging.
Mansa Musa was the wealthiest person to ever exist. And although we may not be as rich as Mansa Musa, who was the 9th king of the Mali Empire, our web app that was named after him, Musa FI, hopefully will bring value and wealth to everybody that uses it. Now, when we were developing this application, we realized that many people who are dealing with their own financial accounts have a few problems, heavy problems, in common. One of them is a lack of financial consciousness and a lack of financial literacy. They have maybe several accounts, several transactions that they aren't managing effectively, and maybe they don't know how to manage them. They don't have a budget set. We were never taught this in school. And so a lot of times we have an overwhelming amount of accounts, and it's like, how do we gain clarity into this? Well, you might say that we could reach out to someone. The only problem is a lot of people we reach out to, how can we trust them that they don't want to gain off of us, right? Or maybe we do trust them, but do they really have a level of insight into all of our accounts, all of our transactions, all of our financial situations? Damn, do we even have that visibility into our own accounts? That's another major challenge. Well, we also spend so much time wasting trying to search for a certain transaction, a certain account, a certain fee. When is my next payment due? Things of this nature. And you know, we had someone who here yesterday was saying that they were spending a lot of time trying to search for things. We developed this application to say, here's your time back. All right, it's demo time.
So we do have a live demo. Please bear with us. I think you guys are going to be very pleased with what you see, and at the end of the presentation, you'll have a chance to mess with it on your own.
It's connected. I'm just going to cast my screen. It should be good. It should be. Okay, let's try. Survey says. Got it.
A live demo, live demo.
Okay, here we are on the login screen. So we'll log in, and of course, first we need to link our bank account. So let's hit that.
I can't see the number.
All right, so we do have a Plaid API integration. You may be familiar with this. This is a way that you access several third-party accounts that use your financial information. So let's go ahead and continue. Now, obviously, we want to select our favorite bank, Bank of America here. And over here, we just want
today, please.
we want to show you what type of information you want to be sharing. So you're only sharing account and balance information, transaction. We want a bunch of clarity so that you don't feel like you might get taken advantage of by this system. So of course we have to authenticate. Let's go ahead and authenticate. And I have it's saved, but I'll go ahead and enter this so you guys can see what you need to enter in order to access. So for user, just hit user, password, just hit pass. Go in and sign in. Oh, here, sorry, please hold. Okay, mobile, go ahead. For this one, you can enter in whatever you want. We actually didn't make that one live, but you can make that one prohibitive. So let's go ahead and add our checking account, our saving account, and our credit card account. We'll go ahead and continue. Of course, our bank is the First Platypus Bank, so let's connect. And now it's connecting. We can choose which accounts we want to connect again. And now we've connected to Plaid. All right, so this is our home screen. You see here, these are upcoming payments that we have. So we can track, okay, what do I have coming up? What's scheduled? What do I need to know about? Over here, we have recent transactions that have just happened and the amounts of them. So I can actually scroll down here if there's more items. And then finally, below, we have our chat, our AI financial assistant. So let's go in here and let's ask it a question. Sorry. Let's allow. Okay. Let's ask it. I might have to type this out. Let's ask it, how much did I spend at the bars last year? It's thinking. Okay, it says it can't give us accurate computation, and that, I'll give you the reason why. It's because sometimes you go to, let's say, a bar, but it doesn't have bar in the name, right? So in the categories for credit cards, a lot of times they say food or drink. So this is a best guess using that category. And it says, I spent about $422 on bars. I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's all right. For a year? For a year, that's pretty good. Let's ask another question. How much did I get charged on interest fees? And that's a common problem we might have last year. Okay, it seems like, well, it's still talking to us. Let's see, how much have I paid in interest interest?
Now, given that GPT, of course, we have to give it the most precise prompts. We are still testing, but we did do some pre-prompting engineering.
And now we see that based on what it has, it says that I've paid a total of $335 on interest. I'm not okay with that. That is not where my money should be going. So now, can we go ahead and connect the HDMI again? I'll help you out with that. Hopefully it'll just connect. Now, based off of that demo and a show of hands, how many of yourself could see yourself using an application like this? Would it be helpful for you? Now, an iced latte at Starbucks, it costs right around $6 for my favorite oat milk latte per month. Would you spend $5 a month for an application like this that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars by letting you know if you're going to miss a payment, by letting you know how much you're spending on interest, and giving you financial insights, and actually helping you with a budget in order to help scale down your spending? Would that be worth it?
Yep.
We think so too.
Last statement.
So, finally, we'd like to say thank you very much to everybody. Please pull out your phones, scan this QR code. It'll take you to a Google form. You submit your email. We'll put you on an email list to let you know any updates about our company. And after that, you'll be given that link, which will allow you to access the Musa system. Now, keep in mind that all of the data is dummy data currently. It's in a sandbox environment for Plaid. But once we connect it to development and you allow it to access your accounts, it will all be working with your personal information. Thank you all very much.
Questions?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to get started on this. The first thing I thought of is some people still think of, so this is a budget pretty much. It's more intelligent than just a budget spreadsheet or, but if you think about it, if I'm going to my tax person or someone and I want a statement of those, can that evolve into also creating statements or paper, not paper, but some sort of document to provide my CPA or anyone of the sort, say this is all my accounts. And then you had mentioned that we don't know where all our accounts are. Like what if my grandmother left me an account that I don't know exists? How are you going to pull that? Because that reminded me more of like TurboTax, like I know my accounts, let's bring them together. But what about those accounts that I don't know exist and it's more pulled by like a social or like maybe we need to see whatever Intel IRS has that can know that information.
I'm very glad you asked that question. That's an excellent question, and that actually leads into our future. So we want to have partnerships and collaborations with, so right now it's just bank data, but we want to have collaborations with Experian, with TransUnion, to actually pull in credit score information into here and let you know what you might be able to apply for any financial products, like car loans, services, mortgages, and then the same thing goes with the tax documents like TurboTax or like H&R Block to have integrations in there that would definitely help us compile all of these statements. Get all of the contractors that you spent more than $600 for, help develop those 1099s for you. And so that's our future for this.
I was thinking of a little wild use case, but if it's like we saved you $330 on late fees, and how there's been ChatGPT entrepreneurs where I'm your assistant. How should I spend that money to as a suggested side hustle? Is there any kind of integrations in terms of balancing that line of providing financial advice without breaking suitability considerations going forward, or roadmap thoughts on that?
That's one thing that we took very strongly in mind, was the fine road and that line that we wanted to have. One of the main things that was super important for us was privacy, so GDPR, and then also having it be giving financial advice. Is that something we should do? Should we act as a fiduciary or not? We've decided to really go just the financial analyst route, so not try to give you some speculative, hey, throw it all on Dogecoin. Like, we don't want to do that. But we can give you some offerings that can tell you basically, hey, this is not financial advice, but these are some people that you may want to talk to that we have full certainty are official, they're legit, they're from the bank.
Yeah, or you could just do referrals even. Hey, this is where your local investors are, or advisors are.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.